So, I'm in my dad's shop. I'm a little dusty. I've been working on a project. My dad has had some health issues and he needs some accessibility updates in his shop. So, in order to get down to the basement, he doesn't have a rail. So, that's what I'm doing today. I'm building him a rail. So, I'm down here in the shop. You can see it's really messy because I've been working. Got all the tools laid out. I was using different saws and sliding miter saw. Good setup that I was able to use. So let's go over and check out the rail.
Hello, my name's Dan Shannon. I'm a DIYer and a woodworking hobbyist who loves being out in the shop. On this channel, I share tool reviews and shop projects for DIYers, homeowners, and hobbyists. If this grabs you by the tool belt, consider subscribing for more videos like this.
Okay, so I'm over here at the rail. I built this on his steps, so he has a little piece coming down as he goes to get up his steps, and then I built another piece here on the side, and then of course as it goes up the stairwell. So I wanted to put it actually on the other side, but this is concrete here, so I didn't want to have to tap in and do some concrete mounts. It was easier to tackle it on the side of the steps. There's a 4x4 at the base, and then of course as it travels I can tie into the floor joists, which was quite easy. So I'll show you a picture of that. But yeah, it took me a couple hours. I'll tell you one thing, when it comes to someone else's shop, even though it's a great setup and good layout, you have issues finding things sometimes because the shop is set up for them, which is great, but if you're the one using the shop, it can be a little bit frustrating. Alright, so I'll show you a little bit more and then that'll be it. So here's the rail that I built. Like I mentioned, it's got a piece coming down, and then I have a wraparound piece you can grab a hold of to grab the side here, and then it goes up into the top of the stairs. So that is a view of the rail. I'm not big on rails. I've never built them before, so this was kind of something I just pulled out of my head based on the situation. I didn't want to have this piece coming out too far because you can see here the bottom of the landing, there's not much space to go around the corner, so you have to set up your rail based on circumstances. So this is way better than nothing. You have something to grab a hold of on the corner here, and there's the floor joists and in the basement. So yeah, so what are some of the tools I was using? I use these quick grips clamps because I didn't have another set of hands. I used a hammer. I used a drill to drill some pilot holes, and then I used an impact to put these structure screws in, and also I had to use a belt sander to sand down the rail. It was quite crass as far as splinters go, so I used a belt sander. Here's the drill that I used as well. I used a circular saw because the very top I had to do a beveled edge so that when you come off the stairwell you didn't get caught. So I used a circular saw, and then I used this tool. This is an amazing tool. If you don't have this, I think it's called a butterfly square, but I could be wrong on the name on that. But any degree, any angle you need, and this was important when it came to the stairs. Doing the rail, I wanted to make sure I had the exact same pitch all through the project, and used the level to make sure everything was good on my corner support, so everything was level. And I used basically everything I found down here in the shop. He had some studs left over from a project, so I was able to use the studs. Sliding miter saw was my main tool of choice. Cut all my angles, bevels, you can see here by the offcuts. They were all different degrees, variations. I even had to do an angle and 2 angles, so where it tied into the rail to set that up. So figuring that out on the sliding miter saw wasn't too bad, as long as you had the butterfly square, like I said. I think that was pretty much it for tools. Used a piece of sandpaper. My dad had some screws, a pail of screws, so I was able to use that. And like I mentioned earlier, I did use some structure screws. I'll show you those. So these are called structure screws. They're made for anything you're building that's going to require lots of weight load, and I figure on a rail, that's a great idea. And also something to mention about my setup, I'll go back over the rail and show you. So one thing to mention about this rail, I had to design it in such a way that it could be removed. So down here in the basement, this is the only access. There's no walkout door for a ground level. So everything has to come up and down this stairwell here. So when you design something like this, and this is a great tip if you're doing any DIY, home renovation, any type of thing, you need to be able to remove it. So you can't build it too crazy, because you got to be able to remove it at some point. They got washers and dryers down here, table saws, so on and so forth. So in order to remove the rail, there's 8 screws. So I got 2 at the bottom base here, and then 2 at the top here, and then I have 4 going up the side wall. So I can just back those out. This entire section with the corner support and the rail will all come out all one piece, and then that can be removed, and then everything can go upstairs. So you do have to think all these different things when it comes to renovations in your home and your setup, what you're going to be doing. Is it temporary? Is it permanent? And if it needs to be removed at a later date, these are definitely things you need to process and figure out before you start screwing things up and attaching them. I know back in the day they used to use nails, so a lot of these projects were a lot harder to remove if you needed to, but with these screws, I'm able to back them out and remove as needed. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video and me going in my dad's house. He has some physical health issues now, so we need to upgrade the home and do some of these renovations slash accessibility stuff when it comes to rails, ramps, so on and so forth. So it's kind of a rough time. As you age, your parents age as well. So with that, you have to change how you go about things, accessibility, so on and so forth. So thanks for watching today's video, and hopefully you enjoyed what I showed you here with the rail and my setup that I did. Maybe it will inspire you to, if you do have someone elderly, parent, family member, that you want to tackle a rail or a project, just think it all through, whether it needs to be removed, whether it's permanent, what materials you have to work with. That was one thing. I used studs. That's what I had available, so that's what I used to install the rail. My dad said it was perfect. It doesn't need to be anything crazy. It's going down to the basement. It's not upstairs visually to be something nice. So thanks for watching today. If you're not part of the Shop Talk family, please click on that subscribe button down below. We'd love to have you on board, and thanks for tuning in, and I will see you on the next one. Have a great day.